Hey everyone, yet another Discovery edition. I got a few of them this week. And this one, another one from A Visual Vengeance. This is for an early 2000s film called The Despiser. And it's a story about a gentleman who ends up dying and going into the purgatory after he had a really bad day in the real world. He ends up dying and going into purgatory and hooking up with a band of individuals who've been trying to keep the peace in purgatory and fighting the Shadow Man and his boss, the Despiser, who is this evil force trying to break out from purgatory into the real world. And we see how our hero ends up having the power to help take down the Despiser if he can accept his role in purgatory. I was not familiar with this film at all, and watching The Despiser, it was a little jarring at first because it's a very ambitious film for when it came out. There's a lot of CGI going on. I'm talking about early CGI, folks. But yet at the same time, it was an interesting story. I love this world they put together. And it was a lot of fun. It gets a little bit more serious in parts than, say, Kung Fu Rascals did. But at the same time, I think this was a very well-written and fun movie that I wish would have had a higher budget behind it, because I think there was really some interesting ideas and concepts going on here. But what about this release? Well, it's from Visual Vengeance. And if you got anything out of our Kung Fu Rascals review, you know we're in for quite a bit. So enough of me babbling. Let's get a closer look at the release of Despiser from Visual Vengeance. So this is the Blu-ray release of it, and on this front cover, love this art. The creature, everything in here is in the movie on the cover. Philip Cook really going all out for this movie, trying his best to do what he can with what he had, and I thought he did very well. And this cover really just summarizes a lot of what's going on, at least your principal characters and such, and the creatures that they came up with as well. And now on the spine, we have the green against the black. It's a little hard to read. So, but still, a very cool black coloring with the green as well. And then on the back, like we had with the other release, you have a long summary here with some of the history and such, as well as all the features that you'll prepare yourself for. Now, don't let the wild eye maybe turn you away if you have some experience with them. Their Visual Vengeance releases are so impressive. You can tell they've really worked hard to give these respectable, proper releases that these films may not have ever really gotten when they first came out. So the fact that we're getting these now is really, really cool. So as far as the inside, there you go. Now we've got a different color scheme though. Now it's red on black in here. Still the same quotes and production stills. A little bit easier to read the spine on this one versus the slipcover. Well, the slipcover is very artistic. I do like this better just because you can read it easier. And then on the front, different artwork. Look at that. That really looks dramatic, doesn't it? There is some drama in here for sure, especially in the final battle confrontation with the Despiser. So that definitely summarizes it well. But I love the art here, very vicious, and capturing that end game spirit that the film had at the end there. And then on the inside, oh well, look, it is a reversible cover, and we have yet more art here. There's our rather than drawn, there's actual photo stills of our main heroes here, as well as a great look at the head and face of Despiser. I like this cover quite a bit as well, but I think my favorite of the three is still this one. This one, it's taking me back to old school video releases as well. So another reverse cover on here, so mad props to them on that. And then the art. Why are there trolls on here? Well, you'd have to see the movie to see the significance of the trolls. But I love that it's trolls. When I first saw it, I'm like, why are trolls on here? And then when I watched the movie, I'm like, Oh, it all makes sense. And it gives it a nice playful spirit as well, and some color to the disc. And then we have some more retro stickers here, like we did with the Kung Fu Rascals. We've got a postcard in here with the Despiser with some more wonderful art, and a nice summary on the back here too of the film, and with some special thanks. And while we don't have the comic book like we did with the other, we do have a wonderful poster here of the art that was featured on the slipcover as well. So Visual Vengeance, not disappointing in showing up those bigger label releases for sure, right? But what about the special features in the Despiser release? Well, let's take a look. So in here, just like the other one, we did have the two commentaries in here, one from Philip J. Cook, as well as a couple of the cast members on here, and a couple of film fans giving their commentary on the film. And I like them that they're doing this because it kind of gives you a little bit of two different perspectives and approach to your commentary on the film. And yeah, you could both share a spirit, but it is just interesting, seeing the contrast between the makers of the film talk about the film and those who are fans of the film talk about it. So I love that. Then there's a 2023 interview with the director Philip J. Cook and actor Mark Hyde in here. That was 14 minutes long. Very interesting seeing those two reminisce and share their stories. The Making of Despiser is a 15-minute short, more of the original short. I think it was shot back when they were first making it. It still looked great, and it's fun seeing the younger versions of the actors in that talking about the film and what went into them making it in front of green screen. A couple of the actors talking about the first time they had to act in front of green screen and such. So very interesting, and gives you those early look of those early effects films back in the early 2000s. And then there's the deleted scenes, which you get 10 minutes of, a blooper reel, which is 4 minutes, outtakes reel, which is different. Outtakes reels shows you different takes and such, which I thought was interesting. Usually the blooper and outtakes are the same, but here it's a little different. Outtakes reel is 12 minutes. And then you get storyboards for the Despiser, the original DVD animated menu intro, which thank you so much, Visual Vengeance, for including that, because yeah, animated DVD menus seem to be a thing of the past unless it's a boutique release. Then we get a behind the scenes gallery, Despiser producer trailer, the Despiser Visual Vengeance trailer, plus a trailer for a film called Outer World, and a trailer for a film called Invader. So Visual Vengeance, not disappointing once again with their release, packing their release full of features, really giving them the fair treatment. And I love it. I can't wait to see what more Visual Vengeance has to offer. So there you have it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, bells and whistles and all that here. Help us get to 4,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I appreciate all the support and the views. And until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.